Hello everyone, welcome back to the Whispering Wombat. I haven't made a video for quite a long time. I think it's 2023 in fact. I did make a video on this particular game, Spirit of the Island, and things have changed in this game for me, so I thought I would come back, make an update video. I'm not going to show you around the map this time. Last time I did show you around the map. This time I'm just going to show you my farm area because it has changed rather a lot. And as you've probably noticed, this is not going to be a whispering video. This is going to be my first attempt at a soft spoken video. I think all my videos so far have been whispered. So I thought, why not try soft spoken today and see how that goes. The whole reason that I wanted to start this channel in the first place was simply because I'm a person that has ASMR myself and I've enjoyed ASMR videos. I'm just eating and drinking here. I've enjoyed ASMR videos quite a lot over the years and I kind of wanted to give back to the community. I also really like cozy games. Yeah, I like any kind of like cozy game. There's other games that I like too. As you can see, I'm starting to pick up honey from my beehives, which is great, right? Yeah, like I said, if you watch the first video, you will see that this save has changed a lot, like really a lot. Yeah, and I'll try to explain my thinking. Now, one of the annoying things with these beehives is that this particular one, as you can probably see, is a little bit finicky to get the honey from. It doesn't always like to show me, or well, it's a fight from the cherry bush and the beehive. So I don't know if you can see. That is one thing that I don't like about this game. Yes, there's like this highlight that shows where you are when you're hidden behind things, but I don't like how these greenhouses really will cover everything up. I kind of wish that they would have implemented what some other games implement, where the foreground will vanish when you go behind it, so you can see everything a bit better. Something like that. I'm not a big fan of the implementation. But what I was saying was, I don't know if you can see, but there's all these like cherry bushes here, and they're fighting with the beehive, and that particular beehive then becomes hard to gather from. One of the other things I don't really like in this game is that there's not really a grid system. When you're like placing items in the world, so when you are building and placing items in the world, there's not really what I would call a grid system. Therefore, it's kind of hard for you to place things exactly in line. So I don't know if you can see, but things are not exactly in line. And I think I've got a greenhouse down here that is not exactly in line. And of course I could start again. Yeah, this greenhouse here, look, is a little bit set back. So maybe in the future I'll reposition that if I can be bothered. Anyway, the main idea of this video is to show you the farm on Spirit of the Island. I rather like this game. This game has like very mixed reviews. It seems like that as a cozy game. A lot of people seem to complain about the user interface and they don't seem to like it that much. I think it's a really fun game. I think I got it in a humble bundle a long time ago. And I think it's a really interesting version of one of these games because basically you're on an island. There tourists that are coming on this island. And as you can see at the moment, I've got a shop selling my farming stuff to them. Um, so it certainly offers a unique style, I think, because there aren't really a lot of these games where there are tourists, and you can actually employ the tourists as well. And I think I see a coconut. Anytime I see a coconut, I want to go harvest it because I find that the coconuts are very helpful for me to drink from. I mean, that's why I have them on me at all times, because essentially they're really good as a water replacement. Because the problem with water is every time that you drink water, you end up with a bottle, a plastic bottle in your inventory. But when you have a coconut, weirdly, there isn't anything that is left over. So that's why I prefer the coconuts. So yeah, I think I must have played this game for a good 55 hours. And yeah, for myself, I've really enjoyed it. And I mean, I'm now at the stage really in this save game where I have a lot of money. You can see I've got over 250,000 of the in-game currency, whatever you want to call that. So I'm fine when it comes to money. So now I kind of want to focus on beautifying my farm. Now, one of the interesting things with this game, I don't know if you can hear some music in the background. I actually have turned off the in-game music. The only reason you can hear music is because I have this amusement park. It's a little bit weird, I suppose, but there's like an amusement park over here, and that's another one of the reasons I have money. See that they're all having so much fun in my amusement park because they brought out a DLC for this game, which I did actually purchase, where you can make an amusement park. Now, I think I only have it here as like a temporary thing, but my idea is that in the future, I kind of want to try to separate out my farm area with the theme park area. So I'm kind of hoping, because I think it allows you to build. I don't think it allows you to build anywhere, but hopefully the area that I'm allowed to build in is large enough that I might be able to reposition this amusement park somewhere else that's not right next to my own farm, because it is a little bit weird, isn't it, having a farm? Now, I don't know if you can see, but there's an icon in the bottom left that says that I'm able to build. So it still says I'm able to build and I'm all the way here. So in theory, what I could do is I could flatten out this whole area over here. Yeah, you see. I seem to remember there was something when they brought out this DLC, or I think they have an option in the menu. I don't remember, but there's something that allows you to build more over the island. So yeah, you can see that even though I'm all the way in the south of my island, it still says that I'm able to build here. So yeah, at some point what I'm going to do is I'm going to remake the amusement park in a different area of the map away from my farm, because yeah, I find it a little bit weird really that I have it right next to my farm. Anyway, we are now almost back at the farm. I have these lodges. These are like holiday lodges that I have because I find they're really good for passive income, because I think they're like $800 a night, is it? Yeah, look. So each one of these, if someone stays in it, it's 800 a night. So I just really like these as kind of like passive income. And I really want to beautify all of this a lot more. I haven't really taken the time, but now I don't have to worry about money anymore in this game. I want to kind of beautify this area and add more furniture, pathways, and make it look nicer. As you can see, I did start a pathway, but only a very little amount here. Now, one of the other things, so so I need to eat and drink again. I'm going to have to do this throughout the video, unfortunately. Like so. Yeah, that's why I always have apples on me, and that's why I always have coconuts on me, so that I can eat and drink. So I used to have this area over here used to be where all my workbenches were and everything, but all I have here now are some of the chests. So my idea was to relocate. When I started to beautify my farm, I thought first I made this area like a kind of square area. I put a solar panel in the middle, and then my idea is that I'm going to have all my workbenches and everything here. So I'm in the process of making a fridge. So this is like a food area. This square here is like a food area. I have this, which is a drinks machine, as you can see. I have a couple of advanced stoves. Advanced stove number 1, advanced stove number 2. I've got a chest which I'm going to have all food items, and then like I said, I'm going to make a fridge. I've got a mill here. This is a mill for making flour. So yeah, this is going to be for food, and then I've got all my workbenches, like my electronic workbench, advanced workbenches. I still have one normal workbench because it wouldn't allow me to get rid of the other one here, because it would say, oh, you can't get rid of your only workbench. Even though I had advanced workbenches, it wouldn't allow me to get rid of the normal workbench for some reason. Anyway, so then I'm going to have like the furnaces here, and then the thing about, rock ore processing is going to be here, and I have a chest here that I have all my ore in. So my idea is that gradually all of my workbenches and everything, I'm going to move into this area. I have a nice sidewalk. I need to finish this though. You see there's a little square missing there because I need to get rid of this tree in order to do that. So so I have this nice square here. That's where I'm going to have all my workbenches. And I've already shown you all the holiday homes over here. Now, I have got all these greenhouses. So this greenhouse here has got wheat. So I think I have several of these greenhouses have wheat in them. And then I think this one has strawberries, and I think the next one has strawberries. And as you can probably see, I'm using solar panels as the energy source. It's a lot easier using that rather than the generators. And I kind of worked out a way that even if you have one of these crop plots half out of the door, as long as the sprinkler is slightly touching it, then it is watered. And you can see by the color of the plot whether it's actually getting water or not. Because if you just look at the animation, it kind of looks like it's not, right? But actually, when you see that the color of the plot is slightly darker, then that means that it is actually working, and it is actually getting water. So yeah, then I've got another wheat one here. And then over here, got a couple more. Is this coffee? Oh no, red peppers. Then I have a machine here. What kind of machine? Oh, is it a recycling machine? I kind of forgot. Transfiguration machine. Yeah. Oh yeah. Haven't used that for a while. And then we got some cassava, I think this is called, and some cucumber. I think what happened was there was a recipe that I had decided, and then garlic. I think I was following a recipe. There was a recipe for packed lunch that I wanted to be able to make. So that's why I went for those particular vegetables and everything. Because if we look at the advanced stove, I believe it was packed lunch, yeah. Firewood and a pepper, garlic, zucchini, cassava, and oil. So I believe that that's why I had planted the peppers and the garlic and the zucchini and the cassava with the idea that every time I would make a packed lunch and then I would sell it in the shop. I also sell a lot of coffee in the shop as well. I used to have a milking station with cows, and I think I used to have sheep or something, but I found the animals in this game are just rather annoying for me to upkeep. So that's why I don't have any animals right now. I don't know. I might in the future reintroduce them just for aesthetic purposes. But yeah, it's well, basically have all these greenhouses with, with again solar panels there for the energy. And yeah, I've started a path here. My idea is that this is the style of path I'm going to have throughout my farm. I'm going to kind of connect up the area over here with the holiday homes. I was thinking I might add one more greenhouse. I might maybe, instead of having this area here, because the whole reason I had greenhouses is that it's a little bit annoying in this game. Every time that you change a season, all of the crops will die because they're out of season, and then you need to plant an in-season one. So, that is realistic, but I find it a bit annoying. So that's why I went for greenhouses, because in greenhouses you can actually plant the same stuff year round, right? So I'm thinking I might at some point get rid of this area here and instead have one more greenhouse. Obviously, it won't be able to hold quite as much crops. I think I've got coffee here right now and a little bit of, what was the other thing I planted? Grapes, I think. Yeah, I've got random grapes here and I've got quite a lot of coffee. But so I don't think that obviously it will hold as much, but I think it will be a lot easier if all my stuff is in greenhouses. And I might, well, I mean, actually, this game is kind of slightly debatable whether it's worthwhile for me to, turn all of my vegetables and everything and all the crops into actual food and sell it in the shop over here. That's obviously, well, I kind of find that you don't make much more really by making things into food. So maybe I will just start selling the raw ingredients and it will be like a farm shop rather than making other stuff as well. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It's like I often find in these games that sometimes it's more effort than it's worth for you to turn things into actual food that you have cooked, right? In fact, the only reason that I really did that is because I wanted to skill up my cooking. But as you can see, my cooking is at 5 stars. In fact, quite a lot of my things are 5 stars. As you can see, I've not done any fishing so far, but that's something. And also, not really been that into the social side of this game. I often find it a bit annoying with these cozy games when it forces you to do all this kind of social aspect. I'm not a massive fan of that, honestly, all the time. I'm more into the actual farming and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, like now that the cooking is fully upgraded, and you don't really earn that much more by selling actual food in my shop. Let's have a look at the shop while we're here. So you have to like close the shop. You see, it's got 5,000 there that I need to collect, and then oh, it's empty. Yeah, so I think I might just stick some honey in there for now to sell. Raw honey like that. There you go. But yeah, I mean, for me, it most probably is not worth the effort for me to make everything into real food. I think I'm just going to start to put um, raw ingredients into there, really. And it's like maybe I'll only do the cooking when I feel in the mood for it, really. Okay, so this was the first area over here by the shop that I started to beautify, because that, as you can see, you will get some kind of a bonus, right? It's called a decoration bonus for if you are able to make the area look nice and everything. And also, now that it's so dark, that reminds me that I need to have street lights. You can actually have, you can actually make street lights in this game somewhere. So I do want to. Here we go. No, that's a lampshade. I know. So yeah, here we go. Street lights. So I'm gonna have to make the ingredients, and I think I need to make some street lights, some street lamps, and I really want to beautify this whole place a lot more nicely. I suppose what I might do then is I might go to sleep so that I can show you in the daytime. Here we go. I can sleep for the maximum allowed amount of time. Because obviously I want it to be light. Of course, this game has the energy system that a lot of these farming games have. You know, what time is it? 7 in the morning. Great. So let's eat again. And let's have some coconut. Yeah, so okay, we're all good now. So yeah, so I've basically, this is the first area that and by the way, I think this is like a staff house. Yeah, this is where my staff can live. I only have one right now, one staff only. And the whole way that you employ someone is that you go here onto this weird outside desk. I don't know why it's outside. And you make a work contract, and then you approach one of the tourists and offer them the work contract. Yeah, interesting, right? Very realistic, right? Randomly offering jobs to people. I believe when I made this, it was around Christmas time. That's why I've got some like Christmassy items here. But obviously it's not actually Christmas right now. But yeah, got like a bench here, some like flowers, a recycle bin, and a path. So in the end, I kind of want my whole farm to look nice like this, and have all of the decoration. It will take a while, but that is the plan, and make it look nice. And also inside my house, I've not really, well, as you can see, I've not really done anything with the inside of my house either. I don't think in this game you can upgrade the inside of your house, which is a little bit weird because usually in these games you can upgrade the inside of your house and make it larger inside. I don't think you can in this game. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can. But I do want to at least like improve the furniture at least. So yeah, over here I have like a garage with my scooter. The controls for the scooter in this game are a little bit weird. they take a little bit of getting used to. It is handy because it's a lot faster for you to get around. And I believe there's also a quad bike that I want to get, but yeah, the controls are a little bit weird. But that's where I store it in there in my garage. Yeah, got like a bench here. I am going to move all these chests. So basically, when I've set up my new chests over here, then I will get rid of these old chests. And I think my idea is that this area here is going to be like a garden, a flower garden or something, because obviously if my house is here, I'll have my garden here. So what I might do is I might actually get rid of all the plots here and just have this whole area as a garden. And then if I do need to replant the grapes and the coffee, I'll just make more greenhouses. Have I got spare room for greenhouses, I wonder? Oh yeah, look. Oh, yeah, I think I could fit a couple of greenhouses in here if I really need to. It's maybe not ideal because it's a bit close to the huts over here or the holiday homes. But yeah, maybe I'll do that in the future. I'll add one for coffee and one for grapes. Yeah. So that I can have this area near my house more like a garden and make it look really nice. So I do think I am going to make one more video on this game, and that is when I've fully finished, beautifying everything. Then I will make another video to showcase that. And I don't think it will take me that long because, like I've said, I don't need to worry about money. I can, focus fully on beautifying everything and improving everything. I don't think I need to worry so much about money in actually playing the game. And I mean, in a way, I think that I feel like that this game is a little bit too easy with the money once it starts rolling in, because I don't really have to do much. Well, I don't think there's any kind of like maintenance cost of any of this. So I have this whole farm, and in terms of the daily outlay of costs or of maintenance, I don't think it really exists. So it's quite easy with the income that I get from the holiday homes. Like I said earlier, that's why I like the holiday homes, because it's almost like a passive income every day of like, a couple of thousand every day just to cover the cost. Even if I wasn't really to do anything, it would cover the cost, wouldn't it? So yeah, I do feel like maybe the economy in this game is a bit too easy, a bit too fast. Maybe that might be a bit down to me as well. Maybe there's something in the settings. In fact, why don't we look at that now? But I don't think it will let me. No, I don't think it's going to show me right now, is it? No. But makes me wonder, when you set up the game, maybe you can set it up so the economy is a bit harder, maybe? But it was such a long time ago, I don't really remember, frankly. Let's just harvest this wheat. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this game. I think I'll probably maybe put another, I don't know, like 5 or 10 hours in it in order to beautify everything. One of the other things I like about this game is that you have to travel around the island. So there is a cave. I'll show you the one cave. There's one cave which at the moment is empty because I cleared it out recently, but there is one cave right near your farm. So, but other than, well, I think there's a couple. I think there's one more on this island. Yeah, it's empty at the moment, but this is where you would come for you to get various ores and stuff like that. So I do seem to remember there's at least one more of these, but in order for you to get most of the higher level materials in this game, you have to travel around these other islands. And I think this is a really underrated part of this game, because I don't really hear a lot of people talking about it. But for me, it's amazing. It's a really, well, it really helps to make the game much more interesting. So how this works is you will go down to the docks or the pier area, and you have like a ferry there. I think I had to buy the boat, something like that, a while ago. So when you have a boat, you then need fuel, right? So I think I might have something in my inventory. Yeah, see this fuel here. So you then use this fuel to fuel up your boat to travel around these islands. So obviously we're here, look. So if the island is further away, it will use up more of your fuel. So I really like that mechanic, and I like the idea of having to travel to different islands in order for you to get the higher level resources, or certainly for you to get those resources in large amounts. Because even though there is this, there is a cave here, there's not really a lot of ore in there. So I do really like that, and I feel like it's quite an underrated thing in this particular game. And this looks like it's not far off now, look, 62%. I kind of wish there was a way for me to automatically get the honey every time, because it's a little bit annoying for me to have to go all the way along here to pick up the different beehives, from the beehives. Oh, we got a little bit of a thunderstorm that's going on. Anyway, so hopefully that was a little update, a soft spoken update about what I've been up to in this game. And like I said earlier, what I'll probably do is when I've finished everything, I'll probably then make another video and update you further. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you to relax, and yeah, see you in the next one.